Hello everybody, this is Red Pink Rambo here with a tutorial for the brand new Black Ops 6 Rook safe. There is a safe in the Rook safe house, and I'm sure we've all been wondering how exactly we open that. The first thing you're going to want to do is find the door that leads you into the basement. After that, you'll see a piece of paper next to a boiler and pilot light. It gives you the instructions, but you have to figure out what you have to do. So to start, you want to turn the water off completely. You see the valve there. It'll show you exactly where your levels are at. So the valve is now off. You want to put the fuel to 50%, which I do next. And then the pilot light will go on. Don't make the same mistake I do. You're about to see it here, where I turn the water on and then turn the fuel on to max. That will turn off the pilot light. All you want to do after getting the pilot light lit is hit the boiler one twice. What this does is it completes the puzzle. But I'll show you exactly what I did. I had to go through a whole bunch of extra steps to get it back to where I had it lit, and then I don't touch the fuel line again. So definitely don't touch the fuel line. But you want to get to 50%. These gauges will show you exactly what you need to do. So I realized, okay, put the fuel to 50, turn the pilot light on, and then I was like, I don't remember seeing a gauge, but it's been right in front of my face the entire time. Uh, I'm not always the most observant person in the world. After that, you will traverse back upstairs. It's really, really important to note that you aren't able to see the black light clues for the piano until you have completed that first puzzle. A lot of people that I've noticed have started just showing it right here, and that doesn't help you if you can't see it. You have to do the boiler first and then do this. The top of the piano shows you what keys correspond with what numbering. This might be different for everybody. I'm not sure. I haven't tested it. I've only done the one playthrough. I had gone back down thinking I was going to another area, and then I find these out of order on accident. I find them just straight up out of order, and I start writing them down. So bear with me here. You'll see where each of these are. They're just out of order. There are arrows, so if you follow the arrows, it will show you where to find it in order, and I write it down because my memory is just terrible. There are 5 keys that you have to find. I find them in the order of 4, 1, 3, 5, 2, 5. And then I play it in order of 1 through 5 on the piano. So this is really important. You look up top and you can just like hit the top of the key and it'll allow you to do what you need to do. And the first one is kind of hidden by the picture frame. It is M backwards N. So just kind of keep that in mind. You may not be able to see the entire thing for the first one. After that, it opens another doorway into the basement. Now, this is the area that was behind the locked door in the boiler room. You explore, find a little intel, and then you have a keypad, which turn your black light on. Again, this could be different for everybody. My code was 5 numbers long, and it wound up being, as you'll see here, it wound up being, I think, 66347. But yeah, just try and make sure this is basically playing Mastermind if you played that as a kid, or there are definitely apps that allow you to play it now. So this will be a bit of a long video, guys. I'm sorry. Please bear with me. I want to make sure that everybody could see this step by step. Find a little bit more intel, and then you come to another decoding thing. If you're doing this right at the beginning, you may not be super familiar with all the steps to unlock everything here, but basically you use the characters and the code at the bottom to be able to determine exactly what your code is supposed to be. And you just go from there. Each of these will unlock something in the process, and it's really important that you remember that, and you have to do these in order. You can't really do them out of order. So because that needed to open the holding room, which is here, you wouldn't have been able to get in here unless you hacked the computer. Then you pick lock, or you lock, pick, the door, you find a key on the table that they removed from somebody who swallowed it. That's what the intel tells you. And then you head down the last way that you haven't gone. You need the key to get into this room. There are a slew of things to do in here. I say a slew. There's a couple things to do in here. First, start with the radio so that you can get the message. Again, if you haven't done this yet with other missions, this may seem a little weird and it may not make sense. So, but you can do this at any point, and it basically introduces you to stuff that you're going to do in the campaign. So it now gives you a recording, and I will post it up here, the whole thing, with the highlight of the important bits. As I'm going through, I'm realizing that there are numbers using the black light across the room. However, it's really important to note that you should be following what is being said on the radio. There's a reason this will play over and over and over, and it is because that is how you find out the code for the safe. Originally, I thought the answer was 5034 because the 3 is on the TV, which is normally where you watch film. I actually miss the real one, and I have to come back down. But the ironing board, where she's like, "Oh, she's ironing her father's shirts," that's your last one. These numbers may be varied and completely different. So despite the fact that the code for me was something else, it may not be the code for you. So take the time, look at the items, figure it out, and then you'll have your code. So then you have to go up and find the room with the safe. I leave this in here because this is a very convoluted house and you could get lost. Normally I would cut stuff out like that. But then I realized I had this wrong. So the 3 was on the TV and I didn't notice things that were sitting on the table. Again, I'm not always the most observant person in the world. You want the door next to the piano, you come back down and go back into the room. I see them as soon as I walk in. So the answer for me was 5024. And then I'm writing it down because my short-term memory is really bad. And then I mosey on back up the stairs, right back into the safe room, unlock it, which gives you $1,000 for upgrades for yourself, as well as a melee blueprint for the knife. And that is how you unlock the safe in the Rook safe house. I hope this has been helpful to you. I realize this video is a little bit long, but I hope you guys found this really informative. I will be putting out zombies content in the near future as we hunt for intel. I'll hopefully be able to show you guys where you can find all those pieces and where you're going to be able to, well, the easiest way to find them. Anyway, for now, I'm signing off, and I'll see you guys in the next video.